The Last of Us is Naughty Dog's latest effort for the PS3, and I'm going to make no effort to hide the fact that I think it's amazing. If nothing else, it's the perfect swan song for the closing of this generation. It follows the story of Joel and Ellie, two companions stuck with each other by chance, in a hostile world overrun by dangerous infected humans and murderous raiders. The fall of society comes via a fungal infection that takes over minds and turns people feral. Despite the interesting setting, the relationship between Joel and Ellie is what I found most interesting, starting off as cautious of each other and eventually becoming good friends, and I think the voice actors portrayed this perfectly.
What do you know about us?
The voice acting and facial capture for all the characters is impressive, and the performances given for this game feel real and emotional.
Joel, it's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors!
This is our chance!
It is over, Tess!
The music is very minimalist, with soft acoustic guitar tones ringing out, giving a very lonely sound, perfect for the world The Last of Us is set in. Despite being a post-apocalyptic setting, The Last of Us is surprisingly beautiful. Nature reclaims the cities as vines crack cement, and the seasons change over the course of the duo's adventure, and the lighting effects are magnificent in this game. Slotting The Last of Us into a genre is difficult, but if I had to, I'd call it survival. Your items and ammo are limited, forcing you to often decide between fighting an opponent or running away, and enemy attacks often drain your health drastically, so fighting is often the last solution. Sneaking is encouraged, and is aided by Joel's listening skill, which allows you to see noisy enemies through walls. It gives you a good sense of spatial awareness, and it helps you to plan your next move. Because of the low ammo count, flanking enemies and making every bullet count is essential. And when you're able to, a good melee attack will often get the job done while saving resources. But the enemy AI is intelligent, so expect some similar tactics. Adding to the tension are the inventory and crafting mechanics. Both take place in real time, so planning ahead is your safest bet. While these mechanics are intuitive, it's still tense to know that while you heal, a raider could be sneaking up on you. As a constant companion, many players may fear that Ellie will just get in the way. I'm glad to report that not only is this not the case, but she also distracts enemies and alerts you to them as well. The gunplay doesn't feel as smooth as it would in, say, Uncharted or Gears of War, but it helps to raise the tension in fights and plays well for this type of game. Melee strikes feel powerful, and the animations are brilliant, especially the environmental ones. I can't imagine the type of work that went into making these work so perfectly. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes it's better to flee than fight. The best thing is that this is a viable option, and fleeing certain enemies feels far scarier than fighting any zombie in a game. The only real complaint I have is that while sneaking, your companions will often run right out of cover, or even into enemies. While this breaks immersion, I'm glad that I'm not being spotted for some odd AI pathfinding. In summary, The Last of Us is a spectacular game. Its setting is incredible, the visuals are gorgeous, and the characters are easily likable. Its gameplay is tense and ranges from slow and stressful to fast and frantic. My only issue with the game is occasional AI pathfinding, but it's a minor issue when you consider everything that's done well here. Multiplayer modes are offered to extend this already replayable game's replay value, and collectible hunters will have loads to come back for, believe me. Thanks for watching. For the full written review, head over to tophat-gamer.tumblr.com and be sure to follow me. Or, if you're so inclined, head over to the Tophat Gamer Facebook page and slap the like button. Game on!